Hello friend. Hello friend. Welcome to Marine Engineering Hub. This is your narrator, Chief Engineer Ravi Gupta. Today we'll talk about clear ground. In today's video, we'll learn that what are the conditions of clear ground based on which your ship may be subjected to more detailed inspection, and if it is found as per PSC that your ship is not following the international compliance, it may be detained. So friend, in the examination they ask you that what are the 9 clear ground based on which your ship may be detained. After that we will try to learn that what do you mean by substandard ship. So friend, this video is going to be interesting. After watching the video you will have a clear knowledge of what is a clear ground and what are the clear ground based on which a PSC can detain a ship or can do a more detailed inspection. So before beginning the video, I want to tell you, those who are watching the video first time, that Marine Engineering has a platform which make video like this which will be beneficial for examination, oral and for interview purpose. So please like our video, please share our video, and don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe so that you can continue to get this type of video. Friend, those who are giving exam of MU class exam, class 1, class 2, class 4, I request you please join the channel. Our channel link is in description. You can join the channel and you can get the video, lot of video which are yet to be released, which will be beneficial for your examination purpose, and you can interact with me directly. Friend, let's start today's video of PSC. This is a part 2 if you want to part 1, in which I have explained no more favorable treatment, why do we need the PSC, and what is PSC, and different type of inspection. So please find the link in the description. So let's start today's video of clear ground. So when a PSC will do a more detailed inspection or a detention, so these are done based on a ground. If in the examination the interviewer asks you what is a clear ground in one word, if you say, then clear ground in one word is a evidence. Basically, clear ground means evidence which prove sufficient information that the ship's crew or equipment is not complying with the international rules and convention. So basically, if you suppose your ship is coming to a port and it is subjected to PSC, and while carrying out the initial inspection it has been found that evidence has been found that you are not complying with the international rules and regulation, then you may be subjected to a more detailed inspection. If you are subject to more detailed inspection and if you are found not compliance, your ship will be detained and your flag state will be informed. So let's see what are conditions based on which you can be subjected to more detailed inspection. The first thing is that absence of a principal equipment or arrangement. So what do I mean by principal equipment? Suppose your ship don't have OWS, and as per the MARPOL or source regulation you should have OWS. It means that one of the principal equipment, that is oil your separator, is missing, as your country is not a part of a MARPOL. In that case you may be detained because it's a clear ground. Or suppose you don't have a sewage treatment plant and you are just removing your sewage from the ship without proper treatment, without following the rules and regulation of the MARPOL. In that case you will be subjected to more detailed inspection. So absence of a principal equipment. Second is that if your certificate is invalid. Now suppose you have been given IAPP certificate or IOPP certificate, but after the review it has been found that your certificate is invalid. In that case you may be detained. So basically, principal certificates such as IOPP, IAPP and other certificate, if it is invalid, in that case it's also a clear ground. The third is that suppose any document which is required on board is missing, or it has been falsified, or it has not been properly maintained, such as tonnage certificate, safety certificate, cargo safety construction certificate, maneuvering booklet, stability information, and many more. That it means the document which is critical need to be maintained as per the international regulation, and if that document is been missing, not present on board, and it is been falsely maintained, in that case you may be subjected to a more detailed inspection. Now, if a PSC officer is coming and from outside he see your ship is in this condition, then what does it indicate? It indicates that you have got a serious hull or structural deterioration, and your tank don't have a proper wired integrity, and the structural damage is very bad. In that condition, you may be subjected to more detailed inspection. It means if a PSC officer is coming and if your overall condition of a ship is not good, and it clearly indicate that the hull deterioration, structural deterioration, and water integrity is been hampered, in that case you will be subjected to more detailed inspection. Now, the fifth point say that if you have any deficiency in navigational equipment, suppose your navtex, your ECDIS, or your radar is not working, and your backup is also not working, or suppose your pollution prevention equipment such as OWS, MARPOL, or your safety equipment such as CO2, suppose this hose is cracked, or your pilot cylinder is not properly secured, or your this gagging mechanism is not proper, in that case it clearly indicates the lapse in a safety. So if there is a lapse in a safety, pollution prevention, or navigation equipment, it ensure that you are subjected to a more detailed inspection. Now the sixth point say that suppose you are a crew on board and your crew on board don't familiar with the essential equipment. Now what are the essential equipment and what are the essential shipboard operation? Suppose the essential shipboard operation is that carrying out the maneuvering, carrying out the docking, undocking, operating the winch, or operating the OWS, operating the engine. So if the engineer don't know how to start the engine, if the chief engineer don't know how to start OWS, if a chief engineer don't know how to operate CO2, or if a second engineer don't know how to start the engine or how to do the maintenance, or your deck crew don't know how to operate the winch, so it clearly indicates that your ship crew is not familiar with the shipboard operation, which hamper the safety of ship. In that case you will be detained. After that, if your key member such as chief engineer, chief officer, second engineer, and captain, they are the key member who are responsible for the safe operation of a ship. If a key member are not able to communicate with each other, suppose if a captain and chief engineer is communicating on a radio and in front of a PSC officer, and they are not able to understand their languages, or there is some communication barrier, it clearly indicates that the communication is not good. It means that it may hamper the safety of a ship, so it is asking for a more detailed inspection. If your deck officer or your ship crew member has emitted a false distress alert, but they don't understand that they have emitted a false distress alert and they are not able to cancel it, it clearly indicates that in a case of an emergency your ship crew are not up to the mark and they may endanger a ship safety, and therefore it clearly indicate for a more detailed inspection. Now if your ship appear to be substandard, so what do I mean by substandard? It means that your ship condition is such so bad that it clearly indicate a heavy rust on your hull structure, your overall condition is not good, and your outside presence is also not good, and you have badly maintained the ship structural integrity. In that case you may be subject to more detailed inspection. So Basically, in a synopsis, what is a clear ground? Basically, clear ground is the evidence which clearly indicate that the ship's equipment and safety is been hampered and you may cause a pollution. So what are the thing? So if the 9 point we see, the first is the absence of principal equipment, the second is the certificate, the third is the documents missing, falsified, the fourth is the hull deterioration, the fifth is the unable to serious deficiency exit in the navigation, safety or pollution prevention equipment. The sixth is the crew is not familiar with the essential seaboard operation. The seventh is the not able to communicate. The eighth is the not able to cancel the distress signal. The ninth is the appearing of ship substandard. So these 9 points you should clearly remember, because these are asked in the examination, that what are the clear ground based on which you will do a more detailed inspection. So you should able to say this 9 point. Now if anybody say what do you mean by substandard ship, so substandard ships are those ships where the hull machinery equipment appear to be below the standard. What do I mean by below the standard? It means that the clear ground something will come here. It means that the principal equipment is missing. It means that you are not complying with the rules and regulation. It means that your equipment has deteriorated very badly, have no water integrity, you are unable to operate it with the proper efficiency, and your manning is not proper. So these conditions clearly indicate that your ship is substandard, and if it is the case, you will be subject to more detailed inspection and you may be detained. So friend, in today's video we will learn what is a substandard, what is a clear ground, and when you will subject to a clear ground. If you have learned something, then please do like our channel, please do subscribe our channel, and in the next video I will talking about MOUs, memorandum